Hey, everybody, I'm JR with the Bet Big Talk Loud podcast. And guys, boy, oh boy, did the NFL not let up this past weekend, wild card weekend. Probably the most exciting weekend I've ever seen when it comes to the playoffs. And I mean, whoever the scriptwriter is doing a fantastic job over at the NFL. All the lead changes, the back and forth, how it came down to the final minutes of the game in a majority of the games. And now it really sets up a nice slate for this upcoming weekend. We're going to break down some of the action. We're going to give you some of the numbers. We also did go over last week. I did a short on the coaching carousel, which, by the way, now 2 more names have been added to the carousel for new coaches rather than 7. There are now 9 open vacancies. Mike Tomlin, of course, leaving Pittsburgh, probably the biggest of all the coaches that have left their organizations over this past week. Mike McDaniel, I think they made the right decision in Miami, letting him go. Guy's a fantastic offensive coordinator, but unfortunately, it just did not pan out as being a head coach. He'll probably get a second opportunity. Maybe he'll be able to take advantage of it, but we'll see. I think he should take a coordinating position for another year. Let his stock grow again. Maybe he'll be given another opportunity to take over. As far as Pittsburgh, man, this is a team that has only hired 3 head coaches. Everyone knows what's going on in Pittsburgh, and it's the most sought after coaching position out there. I don't think a guy like Harbaugh, as much as he probably would love to have the coveted position, you're not going to leave the Baltimore Ravens to go over and take over the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think he's going to be taking that position in New York if they ever let him leave the building, or with that personnel down in Atlanta. And we know Kevin Stefanski's already had a bunch of interviews. He's probably going to be a prime choice as well. Now, let's talk about this week's matchups. Got a big matchup, and this is the biggest one of all, I think. You got the Bills going on the road, taking on the Denver Broncos, who, by the way, are coming off the bye, now coming into a home game. And let's face it, coming off the bye, any team, being well-rested speaks a lot in the NFL. It is volumes compared to teams that had to come off of a big battle just the week before. Buffalo, having lost one of their major pieces on offense, now relying more on the tight ends. It'll open up Shakir a little bit, but he's probably going to get the double team now, so a lot to be said. Denver, obviously, all year, hands down, the better team, more consistent, number 2 defense in the league, but still a young team on offense. Bo Nix only in his 2nd year, but has obviously been a proven winner, able to get it done. But in order for Buffalo to win this game, they're going to have to rely on the man to come out of the phone booth with his cape on, and that is the one and only Josh Allen. I've been hearing too much of, no Cincinnati in his way, no Kansas City in his way. It's a new field. Every year there's a new field of people that you got to worry about. Drake May now in his 2nd year, going to have to be concerned with him moving forward. And, there's a lot to be said about what's going on over in the NFC as well. But getting back to this Denver-Buffalo matchup, opened up, by the way, Buffalo 1.5 as a favorite in this game. And as time went on, by the time I'm doing this short here on Wednesday, in the last 3 days, it has adjusted itself. Now Denver is -1.5, and they are the favorite in this matchup. Moving on to the next game in the NFC, 49ers getting the job done. Big, big, big win for them on the road. Doing it again this week, having to go into Seattle. Seattle opened up a 7-point favorite. It did go as high as 7.5. Came back down to 7 at most spots. There's still some 7.5s out there as of this taping, but this is going to be a fun game, and I'll give this one out here on the short because I'm giving it out in all of my interviews and in the Bet Big Talk Loud podcast. My free pick this week is going to be the over. I know the public likes the under here, which that in itself is kind of scary, but I love the over in this matchup. The number right now stands at 45.5. It opened at 46.5, came down as low as 44.5, now sitting pretty steady at around 45.5. I do think it's going to be more of a shootout than it is going to be a defensive battle. So look for this number to go over that 45.5 points. That is a free pick that I will reiterate here on the short. Another big matchup. We know the Texans taking on the Patriots in the AFC on Sunday. It's going to be a great game, man. I mean, listen, these Patriots have talk about doing a 180 and completely turning a team around. Mike Vrabel, easily, to me, hands down, coach of the year. Drake May, arguably the MVP of the league right now, right there with Matthew Stafford. I think the people that are going to be handing out this award are more likely to have a tendency to be handing it to Stafford just because of how many years he's been in the league, and there's plenty more time for Drake May to be able to do it and get the same thing in return. But this is going to be a great game. Let's face it. The Texans coming off now, I think that's 10 in a row after starting the season off 3-5 this year. And if you watch that game Monday night and that battle in Pittsburgh, that defense is seriously, seriously good. Really reminds me a lot of a team almost 20 years ago that won the Super Bowl with Trent Dilfer as their quarterback in the Baltimore Ravens. So this is going to be a great game. You guys know, anyone that listens to the Bet Big Talk Loud podcast, I had picked the Houston Texans to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what happens there. But again, this is going to be a fantastic game. And the number in this matchup, by the way, opened up with the Patriots -2.5, has gone to a steady -3. If you can, find it out there might be some 2.5s, but this is going to be a really good game with a total of only 40.5, which, by the way, hit another free pick for you. We're now 13-5. My picks on the Bet Big Talk Loud podcast gave you the under, which got a little shaky at the end of that Steeler matchup on Monday, but nonetheless goes under that posted total. I hope you guys took advantage of that one. And then another big game in the NFC is L.A. Rams going to be going on the road to take on the Chicago Bears, who have been just beating every bit of the odds at every corner this year between Ben Johnson. Everyone's saying what a great head coach he's turned out to be. And yes, he has. Fantastic offensive mind, but some really stupid decision-making in last week's matchup, which caused him to go so far behind in that Packer game. But Caleb Williams really stepping up, man. Just this kid is getting bigger and better every single week. Seems like he's just thriving in the moments of stress and really coming through big time for his head coach and doing a lot of coming from behind. So this matchup opened up with the Rams -4.5. Now gone down to 3.5. The Bears are home dog in this matchup with the total on this game of 48.5, which opened up, by the way, at 51.5. But based on some projected weather, anything can happen. And this line has dropped down now to 48.5. So going to be another great weekend of football, guys. I have no doubts. The NFL, obviously, doing a great job in giving us phenomenal entertainment every single week. Some shaky calls we'll be talking about in the Bet Big Talk Loud podcast. Anybody interested in making some really serious money this year, give us a shout. 888-994-6669 is how you get in touch with us. Same number forever. And as always, guys, be safe. Let's have fun. And let's go out there and make some money.